On pages 3 and 4 of the 2025 Gathering Addendum, you can find my introduction to our 2024 finances and our 2025 budget. I'm not going to rehash what's in there. I trust you've had a chance to look through it and that at least some of you have participated in the pre-gathering session on MCM finances if you've had questions. Instead, in this video, I want to give you a different angle on the numbers. Out of every $1,000 your congregation forwards to Mennonite Church Manitoba, about $125 goes toward leadership ministries. If you include the money MCM forwards on to Mennonite Church Canada, that amount for leadership ministries increases to about $165 for every $1,000. Behind these numbers are countless stories. Stories of pastors meeting together for monthly support, annually for resourcing and retreats. Stories of churches searching for and finding pastors, of those pastors being credentialed, of those pastors being cared for as they in turn care for our congregations. Out of every $1,000 your congregation forwards to Mennonite Church Manitoba, about $75 goes toward mission ministries. If you include the money MCM forwards on to MC Canada, to Indigenous relations, creation care and climate action, and international witness, that amount for mission ministries increases to about $210 for every 1,000. Behind these numbers are more stories. Stories of congregations being supported as they reach out to their community or as they partner with witness companions on the other side of the world. Stories of staff-supported working groups creating opportunities and resourcing for our congregations to walk with Indigenous neighbors towards reconciliation, to care for God's good creation and respond to climate change, to act toward a just peace in Israel-Palestine. And out of every $1,000 your congregation forwards to Mennonite Church Manitoba, about $125 goes towards Camps with Meaning. Behind these numbers, still more stories. Stories of campers hearing about Jesus, some for the only time in the year they hear Jesus' good news. Stories of campers being loved with the love of Jesus, for some the most caring environment they will know. Stories of youth and young adults being formed into leaders, and then carrying those leadership skills into the church and the world. Stories of guests being welcomed with generous hospitality to our camps, to experience the goodness of God's creation. These numbers with their stories don't include the numbers and stories that reflect our work in helping to craft an Anabaptist Mennonite identity within Manitoba and in Canada. They don't reflect our work in maintaining good relationships across denominations or globally as part of Mennonite World Conference. They don't reflect our resourcing of congregations toward greater health and vitality, our resourcing of congregations through Common Word, or our commitment to Anabaptist Mennonite education through CMU and AMBS. All this work and more adds up to the $1,000 invested in the life and work of the church for every $1,000 forwarded to Mennonite Church Manitoba. All these numbers, all these stories mean that when you forward funds to MCM, your congregational mission is expanded beyond your local congregation and community. When you participate in MCM in this and other ways, you are participating in a community of congregations that cares for pastors and supports congregations, that works together toward reconciliation with Indigenous people and care of creation, that nurtures leaders and shows hospitality through our camps, that walks with companions around the world to bear witness to Jesus and his ministry of reconciliation. $1 forwarded as a church to MCM or donated as an individual to MCM is $1 invested in the life and mission of the church, locally, within Manitoba, across Canada, and around the world. Thank you for your tremendous generosity, and blessings to you as you follow Jesus in your unique community of faith.